Very good morning. I'm Dr. Satish Kula, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Mahatma Gandhi, Art Science and late Nasruddin Bhai, Panjwani Commerce College, Armori. In today's session, we will discuss about program-specific outcomes and course outcomes of BSc Semester 6. BSc Semester 6 consists of two papers. One becomes inorganic chemistry and second becomes physical chemistry. So these are the program-specific outcomes. By considering these program-specific outcomes, the syllabus is designed, and after completing a BSc program, students should have following specific outcomes. First one is students should understand the fundamental principles, instrumentation, applications of various techniques like NMR, IR, UV visible spectroscopy. Means after completing a BSc, students should distinguish between various spectroscopic techniques. A basic foundation is created for the post-graduation. Students should know of various organic synthetic synthesis and reaction mechanisms via several organic chemical reactions. In a practical of BSc, various synthetic methods are given and various practicals are given, and reaction mechanisms are covered in a syllabus to make an interest in chemistry. Study green route for the chemical reaction for the sustainable development. This is a very important program specific outcomes because green chemistry is one of the very important aspects nowadays growing for the sustainable development. Students should also achieve pure and applied knowledge of chemistry through basic principles, observations, hypotheses, derive conclusions, and evaluate their significance with a broader scientific context. Means students should have a pure and applied knowledge of chemistry, basic chemistry, various branches of chemistry are there, and students should have develop a observing capacity. He can develop a hypothesis and derive a conclusion from the experiment. Demonstrate good laboratory practices and safety to develop a research-oriented skill. In the practicals, various experiments are taken to and hands-on trainings are given for the various laboratory practices, and various experiments are covered, and safety to develop our research-oriented skills. Means what are the safety aspects are there in a chemistry laboratory that are also covered during a practical session. Understand the synthesis and significance of polymers and fabrics in everyday life. To cover this topic, polymer chemistry is given in the syllabus. In that, various polymers are covered and fabrics are covered, which are used in everyday life. No, and the next one is no appropriate techniques for the qualitative and quantitative analysis of chemicals in the laboratories and in the industries. Various qualitative as well as quantitative experiments are given. Student, after performing this qualitative as well as quantitative analysis, student should know what are the applications of this qualitative and quantitative analysis in industries. Student also aware about different branches and importance of chemistry, like analytical chemistry, organic, inorganic, physical, environmental, biochemistry, medicinal chemistry, polymer chemistry, and by knowing these different branches of chemistry, they can make a career, and they have a career opportunity in these various fields. Know different basic standards of soil parameters having advantages and disadvantages. To cover this topic, various units are covered related to the soil, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of fertilizers that are also covered. Attentive about sources of water pollutions and industrial waste management. To cover this topic, various water pollution topics are covered, and by studying this water pollution topic, students should aware about what are the sources of water pollutions and industrial waste management, and what are the industrial waste managements are there to overcome these water pollutions. Promotes towards use of modern techniques, decent equipments, and chemistry softwares. In a chemistry lab, various equipments are there and various modern techniques are given. These modern techniques and these instruments are routinely used, which will helpful for the students to promote towards research and what develop their practical skills. To cover this topic, to cover this actually the 11th one specific outcomes, one certificate course is also designed in our college. Now move towards the course outcomes. In that course outcomes of BSc semester 6, we'll cover a first paper, that is paper 1, inorganic chemistry. To cover the various course outcomes, syllabus is designed according to that. First course outcomes is to carry out qualitative and quantitative analysis of experimental data by sampling, error and precisions. In the first unit, various errors, evaluation, analytical data, accuracy, precision, these are the concepts are given. To cover this concept, various examples are given, and so after studying this whole topic, student can distinguish what is error, what is accuracy, what is precision. Various statistical tests are also given, which are routinely used in a research, like F test, Q test, T test. What are the rejections of data, and what are the condition for the rejection of data? What are the confidence intervals? So these are these basic portions of strata are also given in first units of our inorganic chemistry. Second course outcome is to know modern instruments like flame photometer and study basic principle, instrumentation and application of it. A flame photometer is one of the very important instrument used in a chemistry laboratory. So to know what is flame photometry, in syllabus various points are given, like what are the instrumentation, what are the working, how it is working, what are the precautions we have to take, and what are the solvents which are used, how that is handled. Then what are the applications of this flame photometer, and what are the limitation of flame photometers. So to cover this topic, two, three practicals are also covered in a syllabus. In that practical, a flame photometer is actually used, and hands-on training is given how to use that flame photometer for the students. Next, to develop a basic skills required for the chromatography, ion exchange, solvent extraction, distillation, thin layer chromatography, and column chromatography. Various basic skills are required for the chromatography, because chromatography is one of the very important techniques which are used for the separation. So different chromatographic topics are covered. First one is paper chromatography, then ion exchange phenomena is also covered. Then in that chromatography having different types, like one paper chromatography, then column, then the different types of chromatographic techniques are given, like circular chromatography, ascending and descending types of chromatography. So to explain this, practicals are also covered. Next, in the same chapter, ion exchange phenomenon is given. What are the applications of this ion exchange phenomenon, where that will be used in industry. The next, solvent extraction techniques are also given. To cover this solvent extraction, what are the principle, how that is classified, and what are the factors influences the solvent extraction, that are also covered. Next one is to understand the basic principles of soil chemistry, to collection of samples, chemicals, analysis, soil pH and soil salinity. To cover this soil chemistry, actually one particular unit is reserved for this. In that unit, introduction of soil and its types are also covered. Chemical analysis of soils, collection of soil samples, methods of collection of the soils, then pH of soil, soil salinity, organic carbon. These are the different actually parameters of soils are studied. In a practical basis, to learn this topic in a detail, students of our college collected different samples, and what in a laboratory they study, and they develop interest in a soil chemistry. Next one is to explore the basics knowledge of various pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides. So what are the demerits and merits of pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, and what are the types of these all pesticides are there, and what are the advantages, disadvantages, and where that will be used? That all details are covered in this soil chemistry. Students should know about preparation, properties, and application of organometallic compound. Nowadays, you know that organometallic compounds are having a very important and scope in a chemistry. Considering that one particular unit is reserved for organometallic chemistry. In that class, how organometallic class compounds are classified. Then what are the different methods by which these organometallic compounds are synthesized. Some specifics organometallic compound like aluminum, mercury, tin are covered in a detail, and various important chemical reactions like various important chemical reactions use catalysts like Wilkinson catalyst, and what are the mechanism of these Wilkinson reactions are also covered. To aware about gold and silver nanomaterials technology and carbon nanotube. These are the various advanced techniques now it is we are using, and research is ongoing on these latest and modern technologies like nanomaterials, carbon nanotubes. So students should aware about this recent advances or advances which are undergoing. So basic introductions about nanotechnology and carbon nanotubes are given, and what are the applications of these nanomaterials and carbon nanotubes are also covered. Very thank you so much for your patience listening.